So since this was the last preseason game, and as we saw earlier, they've already started making cuts. Okay. So we've put together what we think the 53-man roster is going to look like. Okay. So give me 1 second, everybody. Let me pull this screen up here. Okay. So
Right.
this is our 53-man roster. We're gonna go position by position. Okay, so starting off with the quarterbacks, I think we all know that three of these guys are pretty much locks. J issue, even though we kind of corral,
Yeah,
he can be gone for all I care, but they'll probably keep him around. So
I think he'll get that number 3 by default,
yeah, by
unless
default.
unless something else better comes along on the waiver wire.
Yeah, but hey, let me tell you, if they decide to keep two quarterbacks, hey, peace out, sir. I wouldn't be mad at it, but it is what it is for now. He's taking up a spot. All right.
Right.
So moving right along, offensive line, and this is a position that we've been talking about all preseason. And so the guys around the edge here are who we think are going to be the starters. You got Icky, Christensen, Bozeman, Zavala, and Moten. Okay. And so up here, we got everybody else. So Larnell Coleman is already gone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
praise be the glory.
Get out the
Larnell,
door. Goodbye,
Larnell
Jordan.
is already gone. Yes. Yeah, and
Yeah,
hopefully, yes, and
he's still
hopefully Jordan
skating.
will be next. Yes.
He's
Okay.
still skating.
All right. Cool beans. Okay. So let's go next slide here. All right. Now we got Cameron Irvin staying, and this burns me down to the deepest parts of my soul. Okay, but at the same time, at the tackle position, if they don't bring anybody else in and they are comfortable with who they got and releasing whoever they release, you know, Cam Irvin is the best option available. And I know that sounds crazy, but other than it.
It does.
Larnell Coleman, who's gone now, but I just got a feeling that Cam Irvin is gonna be on the team. Um, Now me and Tony talked about this last night, Justin McCray versus Sam Tecklenburg. I said Justin McCray because he can play guard and center, and he was out there last night with the second team, snapping the ball to Corral. Um, Cade Mays can play all five positions on the line.
Mr.
Okay, guard,
Versatility.
yeah, guard, tackle, center. He can do it all. And Nash Jensen, I think he's a sleeper. I think he's somebody that has a little bit of fight in him, you know. But we'll see. Like I said, this is just our kind of this is just our opinion. This
And just
isn't anything set in stone. But like Ken said, I would love to see Ricky Lee, and like if this plays out like this, Ricky Lee, Deontay Brown, and Sam Tecklenburg, stay on the practice squad.
just for the record, I want to see Deontay Brown make the 53-man roster. I think he
We,
has paid
we
his
know.
dues and done what he needs to do, and I think they
Uh-huh.
need to give this man an opportunity.
I
All right.
agree.
Yep. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right.
Yeah.
So wide receivers. Okay. So we have Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Jonathan Mingo, Terrace Marshall Jr., and Shy Smith. Now, depending on the severity of Terrace Marshall's back injury, I don't know if maybe another receiver may be kept because of that. Because we
DJ's
still
hamstring.
yeah, we still don't know if he's going to be ready for week 1. Now with DJ's hamstring, everything that I've seen so far, Frank Wright and all the guys, they say it's not serious and they're not concerned. But
Right.
I think we can all say that we have heard that before and have been thoroughly disappointed. So take that with a grain of salt. Cool. Let me get to the next slide here. Now we got the five that you see on the screen, and we got them keeping Lavisca. So we got him releasing Derek Wright, but like I said about another position, don't take that with a grain of salt, everybody. Um,
Right.
you never know. He might end up making the roster. But
I,
Saunders, Van Jennings has already been cut. Wims don't really see them making it, but Derek Wright is one outlier here that I think will we we can see. Okay, we'll see what's going on. All right, and the running backs. All right. We got Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, and over here we have Raheem Blackshear. We got Blackshear down here because he's more than likely going to be a figure in the return game. Okay,
right.
and so this kind of hurts me, especially after he played last night. But we were trying to get this down to 53 people, and this was one of the guys that we got not making it, and it was Spencer Brown. Okay. And again, like I said, this is just our opinion. This could change, and he very well may make the roster because he did look damn good last night. But if they only decide to run with three running backs, I'm pretty much sure these are the three that they're gonna run with. So
I think that I think the only way that he makes that roster, they're going to keep 4 running backs because
mhm,
there's no other running back on the team that offers the versatility that Raheem Blackshear does. Right now, he's your punt returner and your kick returner.
mhm,
Miles Sanders not going to do it. We already seen Chuba do his rookie year. He wasn't that good at it.
not good at
So
all.
um, I think that solidifies Raheem Blackshear's spot based off his versatility and what he can
Okay.
do in the return game. So if they do keep Spencer Brown, that yeah, they're gonna have to keep 4 running backs because I don't think he's going to eliminate either one of those three.
Moving on to the tight ends. Okay, so
Disrespect.
um. So we got Tommy Tremble, Giovanni Ricci, and Hayden Hurst. I can't lie. I swear I had a brain fart. Just now. I swear I forgot Hayden Hurst's name. But but yeah. So Ian Thomas, Steven Sullivan. Um Overall thoughts on this group. Ian Thomas, if he didn't come back, I would not be mad. In the time that he's been here, he hasn't really showed me too much of anything. To be
of
perfectly honest
nothing.
with you. Yeah.
Of nothing.
Steven Sullivan, I think is he hurt right now?
Yes.
Okay. So, whether either one of them may end up on the practice squad or not, I don't know. All right. So back to the tight ends, y'all. Let me go ahead and get to this next slide. So we got him keeping Hurst, Trimble, and Giovanni Ricci because I've always said this, and I said this last year. Now Giovanni was sliding in as the fullback, okay, but I always thought he had the best tight hands as far as him and the tight ends that we had last year.
He
Now, we
did.
got Hayden Hurst now, so but still they can cut Ian Thomas, Steven Sullivan, and I wouldn't really bat an eye at it.
Yeah.
If they kept these now, I don't know because we've typically kept four tight ends, but like I said, we were just trying to do this to get down to 53, and you know, and I think this was kind of me doing this more so than I think Ian Thomas got to go.
Um, you won't get no fuss out of me with this tight end list. I'm I'm keeping it how you have it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been done with Ian Thomas. He has so many chances. He might look worse than Chuba. I
mm,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
well. You know
over
what?
Ian.
I agree with that.
Hmm.
Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no matter about it.
Hmm.
He has looked worse than Chuba.
Horrible.
I am
Yeah.
not an Ian Thomas fan. Never have, and never will be. He looked like dog poo last night, and I remember Frank Wright saying it only takes one game to determine whether you make it or you don't. And I think Giovanni Ricci showed on tape last night that he's a
Yes.
better tight end than Ian
Yeah.
Thomas. So
Yep.
So
that's
Elizabeth
that,
said,
that's
"Where
why
has
I'm high on
He said, "Where has Richie been this whole preseason?"
I don't
To be
know.
honest with you, he been on the bench, but he got in last night, and one thing he showed he can block. He showed he got
Create
good hands.
separation.
Yes,
Yep.
he showed the man went out to tackle him. He pinned his ass in the ground and kept right on running, got the first down, and continued on down the field. So
Yep.
yeah, I'll take what he did last night versus the Lions is enough for Ian Thomas to pack his stuff and
Exactly.
and find somewhere else
Exactly.
to go.
I'm with you on that one.
Right, moving along. Defensive line. Okay, we
All
got
right. All
Derek
right.
Brown, Henry Anderson, Shy Tuttle. Okay, now this one was kind of finicky for me because we were running the 3-4, right? So it seems like Evero wants all his linemen to be versatile and somewhat interchangeable because all of
Mm-hmm.
our big offensive linemen that would be
Defensive line.
Bravion Roy, Don Pennicini didn't he couldn't get on the field, he failed his physical, and Marquand McCall, they are all gone. So that's everybody that's like 330 and over. Okay.
Right.
So now we have Derek Brown, Henry Anderson, Shy Tuttle. So out of Raekwon Williams and everybody you see on the screen here up at top, who y'all think should stay?
Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Raekwon,
Hmm.
Deshaun, uh, damn.
That was me last night. Yeah.
Yeah. That was both of us.
Yeah, that'll do for me.
Okay.
We were struggling. We were struggling like hell with this defensive line last
Man,
night.
I was
Yeah,
up at midnight looking at this like, damn.
they gonna rely on their starters a
Hmm.
lot this year. You can tell by
Okay.
the releases that they've been doing. They
Mhm.
snuck off with that McCall one. I give them that.
Now, Nate said Starworth has been solid, and I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
he's actually one of the people that we had staying on the team. Okay.
Right.
Now, what was it? A little he shined a little bit in the Jets game, and I think he made a couple plays in the Giants game as well. I don't know if he got on the field last night. I
I
don't
don't.
remember seeing him out there.
Matter of fact, I think he was one of the inactives that Carolina made last night.
Oh, okay.
I think he
Gotcha.
was one of the inactives last night.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, we keep 6 defensive linemen and they don't bring anybody else in. And again, folks, this is just with what we have now. Um, this isn't, we don't know who they're going to, potentially bring in. So a lot of these names may change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But Antoine Jackson, LeBron Ray, Nick Thurman, we believe they're probably going to get the boot. So,
Well, Antoine Jackson was one of the ones that got released.
oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well,
So.
we got that one right, Tony. We got that one right. All right, cool. We're gonna move on. Outside linebackers, and we got a lot of them. All right,
Yes, we
so
do.
Burns, Houston. Okay, now they said Justin Houston is going to be, a rotational piece, but I think
Mhm.
everybody would be pretty you know, pretty dumb to think that Houston is not going to get the start and be in there the majority of the game. I know he's up there in age, but they did bring him in here for a reason. Okay.
Yes.
Um, so we got
Yes.
Barno, Gross Matos, Haynes Sr., DJ Johnson, Iku Leota, Jordan Thomas, Kobe Jones. All right. So everybody tell me what y'all think about these gentlemen here.
Now, before you speak, Jay, this one kept us up a little longer than the defensive tackles. This was a head scratch, and even up until we started the live, it still was a head scratch
Yeah.
because so too many variables when it comes with the outside linebackers. But go ahead and give us your thought.
All right.
What you got,
All right.
CJ?
So we got Burns, Houston making it, Barno, Gross Montos, Marquise Haynes, DJ Johnson. Okay. Now, and we talked about this before we went live. Marquise Haynes, I would not be surprised if he didn't make it. Okay.
Can't stay
Because
healthy.
he can't stay healthy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. He can't stay healthy. So, I would love for him to be able to, to make the team and it, and improve because the limited action that he's had so far, he's come in and he's made a few plays. Now, nothing to really jump completely off the screen and just say, "Oh my god!" But he's gotten in the game. He's had sacks. He had that one fumble recovery for a touchdown. He's made okay plays. But like I said, if they moved on from him, that would not surprise me at all.
I love Houston. I was happy when we picked him up. When I saw that, I was jumping because the dude is going to play and he's going to teach, and he is a junkyard dog. He wants to get in there and fight. That dude has so much juice left in him. That was a great pickup.
Oh yeah, indeed, indeed, indeed. All right.
Well, I
Go ahead,
kept
Tom.
Amari Barno. I kept Amari Barno on the list because he has turned into a special teams ace, and I think that's going to allow him to make the team and to continue to grow as an outside linebacker. So
See.
that's why I have Amari Barno on there.
Okay. All right. Let's continue on. Let me see. Inside linebackers. All right. So we got Shaq, Frankie. They're gonna be your starters. All right. Bumper Pool is already gone, as we see. Um, that leaves us with Camus. I heard this again last night, Tony. Grugier Hill. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on saying it. Grugier Hill, Deion Jones, Brandon Smith, Jordan Thomas, and Chandler Wooten. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and
Well,
click on. Now we got
Oh,
we got Gruger Hill and Deion Jones making, and everybody else is packing the bags. Now
well,
this was another
Bumper Pool
one.
has already been released.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Bone
gone.
Poodle's gone. Now this is another one that we were kind of iffy about too, because Brandon Smith has eh, he's been a special teams ace this preseason.
Yes,
Many
yes,
times
yes.
whenever it's kick or punt coverage, he has been down there making the tackles. Far as him playing linebacker, I haven't seen a lot out of him for him to take up a roster spot. Now, if they want to keep him as far
Mhm.
as a special teamer, hey, I'm not mad at that, you know.
Right,
But
right.
like I said, we still trying to get this down to 53. So hey, that's my thoughts on this. Right, Tony? Any thoughts?
No, I agree with this. We have talked about this before. We were both kind of just iffy on the whole Brandon Smith ordeal. I think his value, he has helped his value by his special teams play throughout the preseason. I think he's been pretty consistent on that level. So if he does make it, I think he's going to make it on the strength of that. But right now, I think Camus, Gruger Hill, and Deion Jones is your backup linebackers. But I also believe, like Jay said, with Gruger Hill, I like the fact that he plays downhill and he'll shoot the gap and get in the backfield, but he got to wrap up and make the tackle.
Yes.
It doesn't really good for you to shoot the gap, get back there, and then you can't wrap up and make the tackle. Deion Jones missed a couple tackles last night as well. So,
Hmm.
but I think going into the regular season, when everything is on full go, I think you see better play out those two. But as far as the rest of them, Jordan Thomas, Chandler Wooten, Ace, Ely, Bumper Pool, yeah, I don't care what happens with those guys.
Adios.
So now we are at the cornerback position. The position that has worried me the absolute most this entire preseason
Oh my
and
god!
the entirety of last season and probably the year before that too.
You know what's the funny thing about it is? You
What's
look
that?
at that list of all them damn cornerbacks,
Yeah,
and we still can't say we have gotten better.
I know. Yeah. Hey, you right. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, now hold that thought on Jamie Robinson as I click this button. Yeah, we got him gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked we
That's
talked
Ricky.
yeah,
Wow.
we talked
Sheesh.
about this. We talked about
yeah.
this. We haven't seen anything from him this preseason that made us want to say, you know what, we have got to keep him on this roster. Okay,
Game
Jordan
one.
Thomas is also gone, and that whole list of corners down there. You know, and even Stanley Thomas Oliver the third. And mind you, now he might be one that actually does make it. But like I said, you know, we kind of figure that CJ is going to make it, uh, regrettably. Troy Hill, you know, they just signed him. Think he's going to be on
Mhm.
the roster, and Steve Taylor. Now that's another one. I mean, if they decided to swap him out for Stanley Thomas Oliver third, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So,
Right.
but yeah.
Yeah. I I agree with that. I agree with that list. You know, like we talked about earlier. But like, I want to go back to Jamie Robinson.
Mhm.
That dude hasn't showed anything in game one, game two, or game three. You would have thought, or you would hope that whatever mistakes that he made in the first game, that he would go back, watch the tape, practice, and learn from it, and then put a better product out on the field in game two. Didn't happen.
Mhm.
Okay, you hope that he would go back and watch that tape, learn from it, and put a better product out on tape for game three. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's like he got progressively worse as the preseason went on. I know what he was a fourth round pick. We took him in the fourth round, fourth to fifth round.
Fifth.
Fifth
Whatever
round.
round. Don't
Mhm.
don't even matter. I'm like, if he don't make the team, I ain't even tripping. I am not
Wow.
surprised, and I definitely wouldn't lose no sleep. It takes a lot for me to sit here and tell you that Sam Franklin has played better as safety this preseason than Jamie
Yes.
Robinson.
So, like I said earlier, we are at 759 subscribers. Our goal is to try to get to 1,000 before game one. That's in 2 weeks. Lofty goal, I know, but it's not impossible. So, if you're
Right.
watching this, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notifications so you know when our videos come out. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. We appreciate all the love and support that we got so far. Be good, be blessed, and be cool with all this heat. You know, stay cool. But
Mhm.
as always, y'all, keep pounding.